it's that time of year where everyone is stocking up on groceries before winter comes. However, in our case, it's a little bit more important because then we don't have to haul everything in on a snow machine. So our goal today is mostly food. We have a couple other things to get, a couple other stops, but mostly we are planning on going to Walmart and we are planning on going to Costco. And our goal is to stock up on a lot of the basic staple ingredients to last us at least 6 months to get through winter. First up is Walmart. My favorite juice ever.
It is my juice. Nice and bland.
We don't normally get a lot of cereal, but it's really nice and convenient for early mornings, breakfast, and just kind of when we're in a rush or we have a lot going on. So we are going to grab some of those just for convenience. In the winter, we also like to experiment with a lot of baking. So we're going to grab some almond flour and try a few things out with that. All the specialty chips. And Walmart just has the better price for fruit. So we're going to get a bunch of canned fruit. It is really hard to beat that price, so I think we're gonna get 2 flats of this today. And this one is a Cody convenience when I don't want to make dinner. And Costco does not have the petite diced tomatoes, and I am picky about that, so we are gonna get those here. The Great Value pizza sauce is definitely my favorite, so we are grabbing a whole flat of that. And since we didn't do the garden with tomatoes, we just have a whole bunch of tomato products in here too, like tomato sauce. Well, that is it for Walmart. A little bit scatterbrained, I feel like, but we have a much more detailed, specific list for Costco. It's getting late. It's a long day of errands, especially with an 18-month-old, but we're almost there. Just one more stop to go. We just got to Costco, and I'm hoping this one will be a little bit quicker because we have a list of exactly what we need to get. We did have to park on the far side because we've got our trailer with us, but first up, we're actually gonna go get some tires. So we're gonna go grab those quick, and then we'll get to shopping. So much to look at. First, we're gonna grab some of the fresh foods. So we're gonna get some apples. We love the grapes here, and then some onions. We did not get nearly enough cheese last time. And I definitely lost Cody and Rowan to the samples, so I'm gonna go find them next. We're just doing it for 6 months, yeah. Yeah, we'll just do the same as before. We went for the 2-packs.
They're all the same.
Yeah, I always get the canola. I don't know. It's what we have at home. Turns out we don't know this store any better and we are already backtracking. We have to go up and down every aisle every time, I think. Cody broke. He's getting the first thing that wasn't on our shopping list. Package of mushrooms. And those are for Rowan. Those are for you. And with this, our secret's out. Cody's grabbing a couple diapers behind me, but this one is purely for convenience. Just knowing that we're gonna have another baby, we are going to get some store-bought, store-made tortillas just to keep in our freezer to pull out on just those days where we don't have the energy to cook and we want something somewhat quick. Well, Cody's out searching for just a couple items that we couldn't find, so he's kind of going up and down the aisles really quick looking for those. Since the secret's out of the bag, we are having another baby. We are getting a few more convenience items than we typically do, just because we know a new baby means everything's going to be up in the air. We're going to be a little bit more tired, more preoccupied. So we do have some more just easier meals and snacks for all of us. Are you excited for a sibling? Someone to play with? All right, I think we're all done. We've got our cart and our flatbed. Now it's time to go check out and see what our total price is. Somehow we kept that under 1,000.
Yeah.
And now it's time for the food. We don't eat out very often, so this is always a nice little treat. Cody got the pizza. I got the strawberry banana smoothie. I was gonna get the chocolate brownie caramel whatever sundae, but they were out of ice cream, so smoothie it is. We got it all. So now we are just waiting on those tires to get finished up, and then once we get those, we're headed back home. I'm not sure if we've ever really mentioned before, but to get from the Costco in Anchorage to our house, it's about a 3.5 up to 4 hours depending on how you drive. So it is a little bit of a haul. We're definitely getting home late tonight. And then tomorrow we'll kind of set it all out and kind of go over everything that we got today. Well, it is the next morning. We got home just before midnight last night. I've already laid out and kind of organized all of our Walmart groceries, so let's go through. I didn't take pictures of all of like the price tags of everything, but I'll go through the receipt and try to throw up on the screen if you're interested in how much each item cost. So really, now that it's like organized on our deck, it really doesn't seem like that much food. This seemed like so much more food when it was just piled up in our shopping cart. So this doesn't seem like it's that bad. Again, all of this food we're hoping to get through winter, so it's at least 6 months time. We mostly are an ingredient household, so everything that we're making is from scratch. We do have a few convenience things and expecting a new baby, just to make our life a little bit easier. So we'll just start off with this tray, giant tray. I didn't realize it was like a double tray. We got a whole tray of cream of mushroom soup. I think there's a couple cream of chicken that snuck their way in there instead. But this is like a really easy meal that Cody can make for the days that I'm just not quite feeling it. And then I think this is the brand of enchilada sauce that we like, but we've never noticed the different spices before. So we got some mild, medium, and hot. So we're gonna try them all out, see what we like better. And we just got peanut butter, some, I call it the fake syrup, and then some hamburger pickles. My favorite juice, Cody picked out his favorite juice. So so my favorite is the orange tangerine. Cody just likes plain pear juice. And then this is kind of our pile of tomato products right here. So we got a few cans of tomato juice. I like to split this up. We'll pour like half of this big can into a pot of chili, and then the other half we'll just stick in the freezer for a different day, and then we'll take that out and use up the rest of it for another time that we make chili. We got 2 whole flats of spaghetti sauce, so I think that's 24 cans. You can see some of the different flavors we went with. We just kind of went with our go-tos. And then a flat of the petite diced tomatoes, because those are my favorite when they're cut up a little bit smaller. And then a whole tray of just the Great Value pizza sauce, because I actually do really like that pizza sauce. I was only planning on getting 1 tray of corn, but I had a really good deal on it, so we ended up getting 2. We'll use it all up, no problem. We got a tray of pears, a tray of peaches, and then we just grabbed 2 cans of pineapple. Then Walmart always has like a clearance section, and every time we walk by it, we kind of just peer at it. Very rarely do we ever get anything, but we saw this variety pack of little mini cookies for $5, and I thought that looked like a pretty good thing to try. It seemed like a good deal, so we're gonna try this out, have little snacks whenever we're on the go for Rowan. So we grabbed that to try. A bag of almond flour to experiment with maybe a couple different things this winter with baking. We do get some semi-sweet chocolate chips at Costco, and we get a bunch of them for baking and stuff. But sometimes we have people over who don't necessarily want chocolate, or we like to just kind of have a snack on a chocolate chip of like the dark chocolate ones. So we got some big packs of all the different types. So we got a package of milk chocolate. It's not real. It's like the fake vanilla chocolate chips. And then we didn't find the big package of the dark, so we got 2 small packages of the dark chocolate chips. Of course, we cannot go without some hot cocoa. We put it in our coffee, and then right now I'm not having coffee, so I just have a cup of hot chocolate every once in a while. And then these are all of like the cold items that we got. So we got a couple different flavors of Go-Gurts for Rowan, for easy breakfasts or snacks. And then we just got some whole milk plain yogurt also. Got some Colby Jack cheese along with some Swiss cheese. And then we did get the 60 count box of eggs at Walmart. It seems to be hit or miss if a 60 count box of eggs is cheaper at Costco versus Walmart. And sometimes we just kind of take a shot in the dark because we're not going to drive back to the other store if it's, cheaper at the other way. So it ended up being a little bit more expensive at Walmart this time around, which is where we got it. But that's fine. Sometimes you just don't make the better choice. But we do tend to go through a fair bit of eggs. In the future, yes, we will get chickens, but we are just not quite there yet. We really are trying to establish our house and our living situation first before we further add on to that with a chicken and their house. So that's kind of, in short, why we don't have chickens yet. So it is future. We do really want them, just not quite yet. And then lastly, we have some whole milk in the fridge right now, but we just grabbed some 1% milk to add to it. So there is our Walmart haul of groceries. I did get, I think, 1 bottle of shampoo and like a bottle of prenatals, but besides that, mostly everything we got at Walmart was food, and our total with our super long receipt, it was about $405.32. So for about $400, we got a fair bit of food. So now I'm going to kind of put all of this stuff away, and then I'll get all of the Costco stuff laid out here next. Just kidding. As I was kind of moving things around, I realized we still had a whole crate of groceries in the truck. So we have a few more things that we got at Walmart. First, we got 10 boxes of lasagna noodles, and then we got some Cheerios, Honey Bunches of Oats, Frosted Mini Wheats, and some Life cereal. And then I also got some Fiber One bars for myself. We do like to make our own pasta sometimes. It is a little bit more work, takes a little bit more time, so it's nice to have the convenience of these just pre-made, ready to go. Also, for the price of eggs versus the price of just buying a box of noodles, it is more cost effective to just get the noodles right now. And then same thing with the cereal. It's really just convenience for us. It makes mornings a little bit easier. We got a lot that's going to be going on over the next few months, so just have a few more convenience things on hand will be very nice. All right, so now this wraps up Walmart, and we'll swap over to our Costco haul. And here is the Costco haul. So we are just focusing on what we got food-wise, but we did get a fair bit of things at Costco that will contribute to the total price. So we got some size 1, size 2 diapers for the new baby, some size 4s for Rowan, and then just some paper towel. So we did get some of that, but for the most part, we are just going to look at all of our food. I'm going to start over here with kind of like the cold stuff. We did learn from last year a few changes that we need to make with quantities, and butter, a whole flat of butter, this is plenty for an entire year. So we just got a whole flat of butter. Again, we still have, I think, 1 package from last year's buy. So we just stocked up, got another flat. We're good for another year with butter. Holidays are coming up, so we needed to get another thing of cream cheese. 1 package is plenty for us. And then cheese. We severely underestimated how much cheese we are going to go through. I think last year we only got, so they come in 2 packs, and I think we only got two packs of each kind, and that was not even close to enough. So this time we got an entire flat of cheddar, and we got an entire flat of mozzarella, and to be honest, I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to last the full 6 months, but it's going to get us way closer than just 2 packages each. And then we did get our jumbo bags of chocolate chips, the semi-sweet ones. We got 4 of these. This is going to last us probably more than a year. Also, we got plenty of those. The one thing that we got at Costco that was not on our list were these mushrooms for Cody. And then we also got some mandarin oranges for Rowan. Picked up a few condiments, some Worcestershire sauce, Parmesan cheese, mustard, and then we got a couple things of maple syrup. We absolutely love making pizzas all year round, so these are again to come in 2 packs, and we got 3 packages of pepperoni. These are my favorite bags of mixed nuts, so we grabbed one of those. And then I sent Cody off to go pick out some granola bars and snacks, and I guess he was feeling the protein bars this time. So we've got, I don't know if we've tried most of these before. We got just some Kirkland brand nut bars, some protein bars, Nature Valley protein bars, and then these ones we have had before and we do really like them. And then I got some of these fruit strips for Rowan. It looked like something that she might really enjoy, so we're gonna try those out too. So we did get some fresh produce at Costco as well. You're not going to see a lot of fresh produce in either of our grocery hauls because we weren't really focusing on that. We were focusing for more like shelf stable items. We have our local grocery store that we're going to go to probably once a month. Maybe we'll pick up fresh fruit, fresh veggies, milk, cheese, stuff like that, eggs. So we don't necessarily need to get it in bulk to try to last us all winter because we will be getting that probably on a monthly basis from our local grocery store. But since we were in town, we did grab a few things. We love the Costco grapes. But the green ones, which are the ones we typically get, we weren't feeling it this time. So we went with these dark ones, and I don't know if we've tried these before. So we're gonna give those a try. Same thing with the apples. I don't know if I've ever had this rave kind, so we are going to try those. I thought they looked really good. And then we got 2 5-pound bags of just some yellow onions. And then kind of lastly, we got a couple things of oil. We like, holidays are coming up. We've got our deep fried treats that we like to make every single year. We did get some more vodka. Normally we buy this to make our vanilla. However, we have plenty of that. I think we just not too long ago started a new batch of vanilla, so we don't need any for that. But I think what we want to do is we want to take some of the blueberries that we picked this last year, and we want to try making maybe like a blueberry extract. We might experiment with kind of just some other like specialty extracts. So that is what this bottle is going to be for. And then some tortillas, just simply for convenience for the days that I don't want to make our own. Normally we make our own tortillas, but I just have a feeling I'm not going to want to do that coming up here soon. So these are just going to go straight into the freezer for those days that I don't have it in me. We got 2 50-pound bags of flour, and that was the perfect amount for 6 months for us last year. So we did 2 again for this year. And then a single bag of sugar. while the flour is definitely enough to last. I mean, it pretty much lasted us exactly 6 months last year, so this is probably going to last us exactly 6 months again this year. We did get some sugar just because since we were already there, we wanted to pick it up. I don't even know if we're going to use much of this. I don't have plans on making a lot of jams and jellies this winter, but in case we do, we want to make sure we have all the sugar we need for that. So this is our receipt from Costco, and the total for this one was $905. So we're looking at pretty much right at $400 for Walmart and right at $900 for Costco. So that's a $1,300 haul for groceries. All in all, I think we're feeling pretty good about everything that we got. We stuck to our list. We just got that one thing of mushrooms off of the list. And there was only one thing that we didn't find, actually two. We were gonna get baby wipes and they were out, so we did not get any baby wipes. And then I was looking for dates for myself for the 3rd trimester. I like to eat dates, and we couldn't find them at Costco either. So we'll have to get those somewhere else later. But besides just those couple of things, we stuck to our list very well. We didn't stray, so that's really nice, especially when you have such a large haul. If you stray too far, it gets expensive really fast. We're feeling pretty good about where we're at, and I think we're feeling pretty prepared food-wise coming into winter this year. And seriously, looking at this, do you want to haul all of this on a snow machine? No, that's a lot of work and a lot of trips.